Someone out there? Dude.
Turn left.
Definite skinwalker confirmed.
Oh my gosh, talk about the creepiest campsite ever.
Venturing into the vast, unforgiving wilderness, especially in the depths of winter, presents challenges far beyond a simple camping trip. What happens when the elements themselves become the threat, pushing you to the absolute limit of survival? Tonight, we're examining a chilling winter camping journey, captured by the YouTube channel Outdoor Boys, where a family goes camping and encounters disturbing activities. Meet Luke, the driving force behind the YouTube channel Outdoor Boys. Alongside his son, Jake, he takes viewers on incredible outdoor adventures, often pushing the boundaries of comfort in extreme environments. From challenging survival situations to remote camping trips, their explorations showcase resilience and skill. With a focus on experiencing the wild firsthand, Luke and Jake embrace the raw beauty of nature. But sometimes, the sheer power and isolation of the wilderness can become overwhelmingly apparent. Embarking on a journey into the Alaskan wilderness, Luke and his son Jake set out for a winter camping trip. Their goal: to spend a night in a hammock hot tent, braving the freezing temperatures and the potential dangers of the remote landscape. Armed with their gear and their trusted snow dog, they ventured deep into the snow-covered terrain.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and me and my son Jake, we're taking my snow dog out into the wilderness of Alaska.
The biting cold was immediately apparent as they began their trek, the deep snow a constant reminder of the harsh environment they were entering. Their first task was to carve out a space for their camp, digging deep into the snow to create a sheltered area that would provide a measure of protection from the relentless wind and cold. Working together, they sculpted a substantial hole, large enough to accommodate their unique setup.
Don't worry, I'll make another hole. As big as a large tent.
This snow cavity would serve as the base for their specialized hammock hot tent, offering a slight respite from the exposed environment above. Setting up the hammock hot tent within the snow pit was a crucial step. This lightweight shelter, essentially a top with a stove jack, would be their only barrier against the sub-zero temperatures throughout the night. As they strung the hammock and positioned the small stove, the fragility of their setup became clear. A thin layer of fabric and a small fire against the immensity of the Alaskan winter.
In here, what do you think, Jake? Is this a nice tent?
Securing firewood was vital for survival, as the small stove would need constant feeding to generate enough heat to make the interior even marginally habitable. They gathered deadfall, knowing that without a continuous fire, the cold would quickly become unbearable.
Get some firewood. You got a perfect place?
Piece of firewood.
Oh yeah, that's a nice dead tree right there.
As dusk approached, the true isolation of their location settled in. The sun dipped below the horizon, plunging the landscape into darkness and intensifying the cold. They brought their gathered wood inside, preparing for the long night ahead.
Well, the firewood's all cut, and I've got everything brought into the tent, and the sun's about to set. I think it's time to batten down the hatches. And
inside the tent, they attempted to create some semblance of comfort, laying down a bison hide for insulation. Despite their efforts, the vastness of the unheated space made keeping warm a constant battle.
We got a nice bison hide here. Help make it nice and cozy.
Dinner provided a brief, flickering warmth against the encroaching chill. Melting cheese for fondue over the small stove, they shared a meal.
You a little bit cold, Jake?
Really cold.
You're very cold. The stove isn't quite heating this place up very well.
This snow cavity would serve as the base for their specialized hammock hot tent, offering a slight respite from the exposed environment above. Setting up the hammock hot tent within the snow pit was a crucial step. This lightweight shelter, essentially a top with a stove jack, would be their only barrier against the sub-zero temperatures throughout the night. As they strung the hammock and positioned the small stove, the fragility of their setup became clear. A thin layer of fabric and a small fire against the immensity of the Alaskan winter.
Got this nice bottle of boiling water to keep my sleeping bag warm, but I'm not quite ready to go to bed, so always try to put something in between the stove and my sleeping bag in case I roll around in the night. I don't want that sleeping bag even touching that stove. It'll melt a hole or...
The risk of the sleeping bag melting or catching fire from the stove was a stark reminder of the thin line they walked between survival and potential disaster in this unforgiving environment. The night stretched ahead, a test of their gear and their endurance. Morning brought a new challenge, getting the fire going again in the freezing conditions to combat the overnight cold and prepare for the day ahead. Before lighting the stove, they had to meticulously move their sleeping bags and gear away from the heat source, a necessary precaution after a night spent in such close proximity to danger.
Well, it's about 8 a.m., so I'm going to get the fire going and start getting some breakfast made. Before I get the stove lit, I've got to get some of the stuff put away, especially my sleeping bag. If my sleeping bag gets even close to the stove, it'll burn a hole. That actually happened on a camping trip about 1.5 years ago, and it burned a hole right in the foot of my bag.
Packing up required dealing with frozen and damp equipment, a testament to the moisture and extreme temperatures they had endured. Repairing damaged gear, like a torn sleeping bag, became part of the routine, a consequence of pushing equipment to its limits in harsh conditions.
Try to bind up the wound here. Keep it from losing feathers on our way home.
Despite the challenges and inherent risks, they successfully packed up their camp, leaving the vast, silent wilderness behind.
I think it's time to get this little boy home.
The journey back was another reminder of the immense scale of the landscape they had temporarily inhabited. Returning home meant thawing out, drying gear, and the extensive process of cleaning and preparing equipment for the next adventure, a full-day task after just one night exposed to the elements.
Every time I do one of these campouts, I gotta dry out all my gear. So I have all these clamps around. And I'll just clamp and hang up all my tents and my mats and my tarps. Saw apart and let it dry. Every time I do one of these videos, packing and unpacking, cleaning and repairing my gear takes up almost an entire day.
In the Alaskan winter, the wilderness isn't just a backdrop, it's an active, relentless force. Every moment spent outside requires vigilance, skill, and a deep respect for the power of nature. Luke and Jake faced the cold, the isolation, and the constant threat of the environment, pushing their limits and returning with a profound understanding of their own resilience and the wild's unforgiving nature. Staying in a rental cabin can be a relaxing getaway, offering a cozy retreat from the everyday. But what happens when the place you booked for comfort turns out to be anything but? Hiding disturbing secrets and leaving you with the chilling feeling that you're not alone. These encounters will make you scrutinize every rental listing you see. Meet FV Family, a popular YouTube channel known for sharing the lives and adventures of their family. While they often share fun and engaging content, one trip took an unexpectedly dark turn, forcing them to confront a disturbing reality hidden behind the facade of a rental property. This is the story of the cabin that didn't want them to leave. On January 23, 2023, they arrived at a VRBO rental cabin, looking forward to a few fun days of skiing. However, the moment they stepped inside, it was clear the cabin was not what they were expecting. An immediate sense of unease washed over them as they took in the bizarre details of the place. The interior was immediately unsettling. From peculiar beds and strange holes in the walls to unsettling stains on the carpet, red flags began popping up everywhere. They even resorted to arming themselves with makeshift safety weapons, though thankfully they weren't needed. The sheer sketchiness of the environment was palpable from the outset.
2023, we arrived at a Verbo rental cabin, planning to have a few fun days of skiing.
Down there, there's like weird, like little beds. There's like a hole in the wall. This is so scary. There's like stains.
As they continued to explore, the cabin revealed more of its disturbing nature, feeling nothing like the pictures advertised online. Adding to the growing list of concerns, they discovered a strong smell of mold emanating from downstairs. This area felt particularly off, described as creepy and dark. Their exploration led them to an old, boarded-up passageway hidden behind a wall. The discovery felt incredibly sinister, raising questions about who or what the passage was meant to conceal.
Oh, what? No. Put the light up, put the light up. It stinks like mold down here.
Can someone come make sure the door doesn't close? Wow, it smells like a dead body.
It stinks down here. And it's like, oh, it's not so bad, right? It's not so bad. And then you get in here, and then there's like a secret passage.
The strange structure and hidden elements of the cabin only deepened their feeling of dread. Things escalated further when they returned to find items inexplicably altered. A water bottle they had left on the ground was found slashed, and mysterious leaks had appeared. This wasn't just a creepy old house. It felt like something or someone was actively interfering with their stay.
We checked the whole house when we come back.
A water bottle was slashed and there's leaks.
This is not a joke. This is not like, let's make a YouTube video and fake this. This isn't faking.
Yeah, no.
The unsettling events made it clear that this wasn't just a weird rental. There was a disturbing presence at play. Even the Wi-Fi password seemed to hold a sinister riddle, being sunrise, which one of them pointed out could rhyme with bums die. This morbid connection, combined with the pervasive feeling of being watched, particularly from outside, solidified their decision.
Suck the life out of small children. The Wi-Fi password is sunrise. So we were trying to figure out if there's like a riddle.
And it rhymes with bums die.
No, that's
Bum dies.
That's not why I was thinking that.
Said you won't see it till sunrise.
Yeah, you won't wake up. You won't see the sunrise if you sleep here. Okay. Somebody is literally...
The cumulative effect of the strange occurrences and the chilling atmosphere became too much to bear. Knowing they had to leave immediately, they gathered their belongings. As they were exiting, mindful of a Ring doorbell, they made sure to say pleasantries about their great stay. But as they walked towards the car, they joked about the cabin having a fire pit for the bodies. What happened next sent a jolt of pure terror through them. They heard sounds from inside the cabin.
They didn't mess up the place. There's a Ring doorbell when we go out, so just say nice things when we leave.
Great stay.
Yeah. Fire pit? What, for the bodies?
But if we just saw someone inside going, help me!
The horrifying realization dawned on them. Someone was inside the entire time, and they had heard everything they said. Their desperate escape was hampered by the weather. The driveway was a sheet of ice, making it incredibly difficult to get their car out. The vehicle slid precariously close to the edge, adding a dangerous physical threat to the psychological horror they were already enduring.
And so? This is all ice, and that's why we couldn't even pull up our car. Oh, God. What? This whole ordeal has scared the crap out of me.
Wait a sec.
What?
Did your car slide or something?
Oh my God, you're right.
It did. Holy crap.
What would have happened if we waited all night here?
As they struggled with the car, trying to regain traction and escape the property, the tension was almost unbearable. Adding to the terror of the escape, one of them spotted something on the nearby hill. a figure that sparked fears of a skinwalker or something equally sinister watching them.
I'm too tired for this. Someone out there? Dude,
Turn left.
definite skinwalker confirmed on the hill. I'm just saying.
Say that.
They finally managed to escape the icy driveway and the terrifying cabin, making their way to a new, much more welcoming rental. Arriving at the new place, they felt a wave of relief, thinking they were finally safe from the horrors of the previous night. It was a cute, cozy fairy tale house, a stark contrast to the unsettling cabin.
Alright, here's the new place. It's a cute little fairy tale house.
They were just happy to be out of that place. However, the ordeal wasn't quite over. Once settled in their new safe haven, they discovered the Wi-Fi password was the exact same as the creepy cabin's. Sunrise.
Dirty that lady. Ski trip is done. I thought we were all out of danger until the Wi-Fi password has followed us.
It rhymes with the bums die.
This chilling coincidence left them with a lingering sense of dread, a disturbing reminder that perhaps they hadn't escaped the shadow of the cabin quite as easily as they thought. Was it just a bizarre coincidence or something far more sinister following them? Venturing into the woods alone, especially in areas known for strange occurrences, can push your limits. But what happens when the elements conspire with local legends to create a truly terrifying night? Tonight we're joining Maria of Roaming Reckless as she faces a camping trip shrouded in mystery and a powerful storm. This journey into potential danger might just make you reconsider seeking isolation in the wilderness. Meet Maria, the adventurer behind the YouTube channel Roaming Reckless. Through her videos, she takes viewers along on her travels, often seeking out remote locations and challenging conditions with her dog Tazzy. Her fearless approach and candid storytelling keep her audience hooked, but on this particular trip into the North Georgia mountains, Maria and Tazzy would come to understand just how unsettling the wilderness can become when darkness and a storm descend upon a place steeped in legend. Setting the scene, Maria arrived in North Georgia, immediately establishing the area's reputation as Bigfoot country.
This is Bigfoot country. We're camping in it right now. There have been multiple Bigfoot sightings in the area.
However, her immediate challenge wasn't the elusive creature, but the weather. A significant storm was brewing, promising a difficult night of camping.
Safe to say, it's another storm camping episode. These storms are just following me around. I mean, it is that time of year. It's spring showers, right? Being in the Grenadier and not having PO though, I do not have any rain equipment on me.
Unprepared for the heavy rain, she made a quick stop to acquire essential rain gear.
Because I was not expecting this type of weather. Luckily though, I do think I still have quite a bit of money on an REI.
Maria, along with many others, holds a fascination for the legend of Bigfoot. While she admits a desire to believe, she finds compelling evidence to support the existence of this creature.
Bigfoot country. Do you guys believe in Sasquatch? I believe I've said this on the channel before, but I really want to. Listen to me, I love conspiracy theories, and while I don't believe in every single one that's out there, I want to so bad. I want to believe in Bigfoot so bad, you guys have no idea. Do I believe? You know, I think I really do. Like, I think I really do believe that there's Sasquatch out there. It just makes sense to me. I've heard a lot of stories of people who faked evidence, which is it's not good for my cause here. There was this one guy that I heard of who was planting evidence, like Bigfoot feet. Pretty sure he was like a famous doctor, and then on his deathbed told everybody that the evidence that he had found, he planted himself. So I know there's a lot of stories going around out there, things happening like that. But then on the other hand, there's a lot of stories of people getting taken by Sasquatch in the middle of the night. And
her curiosity led her to visit a place dedicated to Sasquatch research, where she explored exhibits showcasing supposed evidence. from tranquilizer guns and video footage to detailed analyses of bite marks, hair DNA comparisons, and maps highlighting missing person reports in areas of high activity.
They have a map of Georgia with colored pegs on it, and it's all differentiated by first-hand encounters, returning Sasquatch encounters, and then yellow pegs are when it wasn't clearly seen. Up here were all the concentrated green first-hand sightings and pink indicating returning encounters. That's where our campsite is tonight. Like, we're in the thick of Sasquatch country. Bigfoot eats dogs? Okay. Taz isn't going anywhere.
Further solidifying the chilling connection to her chosen location, a map displayed concentrated Bigfoot sightings, particularly first-hand encounters and returning encounters, precisely in the area where she planned to camp that night. The stark revelation that their campsite lay in the thick of Sasquatch country added a layer of immediate, personal threat to the abstract legend.
They have a map of Georgia with colored pegs on it, and it's all differentiated by first-hand encounters, returning Sasquatch encounters, and then yellow pegs are when it wasn't clearly seen. Up here were all the concentrated green first-hand sightings and pink indicating returning encounters. That's where our campsite is tonight. Like, we're in the thick of Sasquatch country.
Making their way towards the camping spot, the drive became increasingly atmospheric. The road grew rougher and thick fog began to settle, creating a spooky, hazy environment that Maria noted felt perfectly suited for Sasquatch country.
Get up into the fog now, everything's getting hazy. So pretty up here. I feel like I'm in Washington or something, not North Georgia. Also, it's so nice to have the Grenadier. This thing is a monster, and while we're not like really off-road, this is a slippery trail and there's a ton of water running everywhere. It's muddy, it's rough in a lot of areas. Grenadier eats it up. Like, it's nothing. This is just butter.
Upon finding a suitable pull-off, marked by an existing fire pit suggesting previous use, Maria strategically backed in for added security against the coming night.
Looks like a good enough spot to me. There's a fire pit right here, so obviously people have camped at this pull-off. Spooky, middle of the woods. I'm just gonna back the Grenadier in.
Before the full force of the thunderstorm hit, there was a brief reprieve with lighter rain, allowing Maria to let Tazzy out to stretch and relieve herself. Despite her general fear of storms, Tazzy seemed to enjoy the moment, rolling in the mud, a small comfort before the impending bad weather.
This is amazing. We probably have about an hour with rain being a little bit lighter, so it's perfect because we can set up, do dinner, let Tazzy out. I can hear myself echo here when I barely talk. Hello? Woohoo! Sasquatch! Come hither. Just kidding. Actually, leave me alone. But get on camera so I can capture it. Oh, little girl. We have light rain, no thunder, no lightning. Would you like to come outside and play? Thunder and lightning isn't until tonight, so you got like an hour or two, kid. Live your best life. Get in there. Tazzy, are you getting muddy? She's literally rolling in the mud. I'm so happy for you. Scared of the rain, but you're doing so good. Yeah! Anything for a tail wag, you know what I mean? But watch out for Bigfoot, because they eat dogs, okay? You're not a meal today. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, wow. Go, Mama! Go! Yeah! Sue me! her head with absolutely... Okay. She said, stop talking. Oh. No, for sure. Have fun.
As evening progressed and the storm drew closer, Maria prepared for the night, ensuring Tazzy had distractions and setting up inside her vehicle, the only shelter against the elements and the potential wilderness threats. As the heavy rain and the core of the thunderstorm arrived, the campsite transformed into a truly eerie scene. The dense fog combined with the rain and darkness made visibility minimal, enhancing the feeling of isolation and vulnerability.
The heavy rain is coming right now. Should be here pretty quick, according to the radar. Look at this creepy freaking campsite. There have been multiple Bigfoot sightings in the area, and a lot of them have been repeat. Like, they come around a lot, so. A huge thunderstorm is also on its way, so we are in for a night.
During a brief break in the downpour before the storm intensified, Maria had to take Tazzy out for a quick potty break. This brief excursion into the foggy, dark woods right outside the vehicle felt like stepping into a horror scene, a fleeting but intense moment of fear that prompted her to triple-check the locks upon returning to the perceived safety of the car.
Oh my gosh, talk about the creepiest campsite ever. You guys, how creepy is this? I don't want to go over here, but I have to. This is scary. Let's go. Come on. Gotta be quick. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Go potty. Good girl. Good job, Mama. Alright, come on. Up here. That was like a horror video game. That's what that felt like. Oh my gosh. Like triple check we're locked in. That was so creepy.
Hunkered down inside the vehicle, Maria and Tazzy rode out the worst of the storm. Lightning and thunder were intense, causing Tazzy distress, though her thunder shirt and background noise seemed to offer some comfort.
There have been sightings of a species known as Bigfoot for thousands of years.
A lot of legends. Bigfoot is the boogeyman.
But attempts to identify this elusive creature have been far from successful.
See, this is what I'm saying, is there's DNA. Why are we refuting DNA? Also, side note, you guys, I am happy to report that I feel like Taz is getting a little bit better with thunderstorms. Because look at homegirl, she's not even shaken, she's just passed out. Lightning. Here it comes. It's okay, Tazzy. Oh, it's a loud one. Let's put on your thunder shirt, Mamas. Before you start freaking out too much. Tazzy, come work with me here, woman. Thunder shirt is on. She is still shaking, however. I did see comments in the last thunderstorm episode of people saying that thunderstorm, so we're gonna just keep playing the Bigfoot show. And Tazzy's got her thunder shirt on, and
They survived the night, And the morning brought relief, though the intense fog lingered, maintaining the otherworldly atmosphere of the North Georgia mountains.
Well, it's still foggy and kind of creepy out, but way less freaky during the day. Let me tell you. Hi, baby girl! Mama, go potty! It's not hangout time, it's go potty time. Taz made it through the night, obviously. She's doing great. Look at her, she's so freaking happy.
Yeah, Mom. Yeah. What are you doing?
Tail's wagging, she's living her best life. It's like it never happened. That thunder shirt was really helpful though. Like, it doesn't take away the anxiety entirely, but I could tell she was... This fog is so intense. Visibility is terrible. It's so Pacific Northwest-esque. Look at this. Honestly, looking through the camera, it's clearer than it looks in person. Like, the camera shows the whole road, in person, visibility stops right here.
While no physical encounter with a cryptid occurred, the combination of the storm, the location's reputation, and the palpable atmosphere created a night of genuine unease. Maria and Tazzy faced down the elements in a place where the line between myth and reality felt incredibly thin, proving that sometimes the scariest encounters are those shaped by your surroundings and the legends that dwell within them. That's all the terror we have for you today, or is it? If you dare to venture further into the unknown, subscribe and join us. And for another story that will make your blood run cold, simply click the video on your screen.